Okay, today is the final day. So this is the last class. So we have finished the syllabus. So as you can see that our at column, I think most of the assessment has been given, right? So we have assignment 1 that are not yet marked. So it's just a simple write-up. Okay, and then we have quiz. I think all 4 quizzes have been given, right? So quiz 4. So test. So what left is a test. Kenapa keluar pula lah ni? Okay, so left is let's take a look at our schedule. So today is our final class. So next week tak ada class, tomorrow pun tak ada class. Test is 31st. Kena awal lagi test. Class
31st.
31st juga.
Okey dah tu.
Okey dah tu sir.
Okay, test 31st lah, waktu kelas 8 ke 9.30. So tomorrow we don't have any class. Saya pun cuti. 31 ni pun saya cuti sebenarnya, tapi tak apa lah. So quiz settle. So today we will try to give you assignment another 5%. Assignment about load flow control. Ni ada beberapa soalan ni. Cuba buat dan submit lah. Jawapan ada, cuba buat ni, just like a tutorial punya soalan lah. Just buat, give you simple mark, free marks for those who are yang buat lah, yang tak buat kosong lah. Okay. Individu lah, handwriting, ambil gambar macam biasa lah. So I think one of the question will appear in final exam lah. So that's why you need to do it by yourself, and then you need to understand. Boleh? You need to do it by yourself because one of the questions will be appear in final exam and maybe appear in your test also. Okay, so this one is assignment 5%. In assignment 2, another 5%. Maybe will be up to 10% lah. Next show tengok macam mana. Sebab you punya final 20% je kan. Orang pun tak tahulah final ke tak. Mana tadi? Bila nak submit ni? So ni boleh untuk you study sekali kan? Untuk test. Due date 30 boleh? Seminggu. Boleh?
Boleh sir.
Okay lah. So ni assignment tu lah. So today we'll try to look at the example of the final exam. Yang mana soalan final exam pun lebih kurang. But still student tend to make mistake. I don't know why. Never mind. Let's take a look at the example for this one. It's a last semester. Okay, last semester we have four questions. Okay, you have 2 questions on economic dispatch, 1 question on real power control, 1 question on reactive power control. So this semester, I think, because next week we will vet the final exam. So I reduced the question to 2 questions only because of your final exam. College of Engineering require uh, change the marks of final exam from 40% to 20%. I don't know why the reason, because they said you can it's not reflects to the, because you may access ataupun you boleh discuss kan. So I don't know why, because we at the FTKE, sebab saya start FTKE you jangan tersalah. Even though I'm the lecturer for this course for the, I think, almost more than 5 years. Because of restructure by our new VC, that you all under engineering college. So this subject or this program is transferred to engineering college. So even though I'm the lecturer of FTKE, so because I think for the last 8 years, 8 years saja ni saya aja. Semua subjek akan 20% ke saya tak, you all engineering kan? You are engineering kan? Semua subjek. Tapi saya tak tahu, ada lecturer yang tak nak tukar. Ada lecturer yang tak nak tukar sebab dia kata ridiculous. Ada lecturer yang still jawab 4 soalan, tapi makan 20. Saya rasa tu unbelievable lah, sebab you jawab 3 jam kan. You answer your final exam 3 hours. Suppose you get 40%, but at the end of the day you get 20%. I think it's not fair. So that's why I change your final exam. It's like your test lah sebenarnya. Final exam from 40% to 20%. So I change from 4 questions to 2 questions. So instead of 3 hours, you will answer about 1.5 hours lah. Half, separuh je. Okay? Boleh?
Boleh sir. Thank you sir.
Let's take a look at example.
Sure.
Tapi dia suruh kita evaluate comprehensive pula. Tu yang jam. Tahulah, ikutlah masing-masing. Okay. Alright. So this is example. Soalan ni sejak saya daripada saya mengajar subjek ni. I teach this subject. Kalau you tengok saya punya folder ni pun, from 2000, ni second half ni daripada 2016. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 5 tahun dah. Tapi sebelum tu, before that, I teach this subject because I enter UMP in 2012. So this is my first subject, my first course, 2012 until 2014. Because 2014, 2015, I become the head of program. So I just take power system analysis. So this subject is given to Mr. Omar. And then I take back this subject in 2016. So you can see that from 2016 until now, the question is quite similar lah yang ni. But still, I don't know why student cannot answer this one. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Ni soalan ni memang tak tahu saya ni keluar ke tak sebab 5 markah ya. Sebab saya dah tanya soalan ni dekat test kan. Never mind. So let's take a look at this one. So the characteristic of 2 generation units at Bandar Gurukul AS10. Siapa tahu Gurukul tu benda? Gurukul tu cerita Muhabbatin. Okay, you have two power generation. Unit number 1, you have coal fired. Unit number 2, oil fired. Okay, so you have a characteristic max output, min input. So this one is your P1 between 100 and 650. Okay, and then you have fuel curve. Ni soalan ni, okay, sebab soalan ni sebenarnya saya tukar. Saya tukar sebab soalan ni soalan lepas. Kalau kita tengok soalan saya ni tak boleh tengok lah. Soalan 2 sen lepas, sem 1 $9.20. Dia ialah saya beri dalam heat rate curve. Surprisingly, student make mistake. So ramai dapat kosong sebab dia tak tukar heat curve ni dengan fuel cost. Dia kena darab sebenarnya. Ni antara common mistake yang student buat. Dia tak tukar. So dia buat daripada awal sampai habis. So 2 soalan ni dia kosong. Maknanya dia boleh dapat 5 markah lah pasal economic dispatch ni. Yang ni salah. Bila yang ni salah, soalan 2 ni pun salah. Okay, so question 1 and 2 basically interrelated. Question 1 and question 2. Question 1, you do solution, and then question 2 will reflect to the question 1. Kalau soalan 1 you salah, soalan 2 you salah, you akan salah. So to prevent this to happen again, last semester I changed directly. So this one I didn't give the heat rate curve, because this is a tendency of student making mistake. So I changed directly to fuel. Okay, so you tak payah ada silap lagi lah. So this is your fuel curve. Sebenarnya jawapan ni sama je ni. Ni kalau yang ini saya malas nak buat. Sebenarnya soal ni kalau you darab balik dengan this fuel price ni, jawapan dia sama lah. Jawapan yang ni. Okay, so this is a fuel curve that we have. This one is alpha, this one is beta, this one is gamma. Okay, then I want to highlight again this. I don't know is how many times. Please do your calculation until 4 decimal points. Okay, tengok ni. Ni ada berapa ni? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 decimal point ni. Okay, so soalan memang bagi macam ni, tapi you kena buat nanti 4 decimal point. Sebab ada student yang buat 2 decimal point tu saya geram. Bila buat 2 decimal point ni kosong lah. Dia buat calculation, so jawapan dia jauh lari daripada saya. So biasa saya akan bagi kosong. So this is it. I just want to highlight for those who are not obeying my instruction. So I give you 0 lah. Okay, penat lah cakap benda sama je. Okay, so we have unit 1 coal. Ni coal. Unit 2 oil fired steam unit. So you have maximum power output. So this one is P2 between 110 to 525 megawatts. Okay, so this is your fuel curve. Okay, so we have our when delivering a total 1000 megawatts. So determine the economic operation point. So meaning that you need to find your P1 and P2 and the cost. You may use the initial value P1 600 and P2 400. So tidak diberi guna kaedah apa, so you boleh pakai apa saja. Boleh? Soalan? So paling mudah pakai apa? You boleh pakai Newton, because Newton is only one iteration, or you can use coordination equation function. Okay, coordination equation. So kalau tengok jawapan, if you look at the answer, saya pakai Newton lah. Saya lepas harap jangan tersilap, buka saya ni pula nanti. Saya lepas. So my answer in Excel lah senang. So what you need to do first you need to find yang ni, because I give you already the results in fuel cost, right? So this one is no problem. So you need to find your D delta L lah. Next you need to find your Hessian matrix, and then you find your inversion of Hessian matrix. Then you can get your delta X, and you can get your X directly. Okay, so remember Newton, jawapan dalam tu susah kat saya cek balik. Remember back the Newton methods. Gradient Newton. Okay, first you need to find your delta lambda, right? Delta L in terms of Laurent function. So you build the X previous matrix. So we have X previous matrix. P1 kita start dengan 600, 400. Dan lambda kosong. So 600, 400, lambda 0. Okay, next, mana lagi? Find the Laurent function gradients. So this is dfp minus lambda. Mana you need to do the partial derivation of df1 over dp1, df2 over dp2, and then p load minus pi. To lambda, right? Laurent function ialah df1 over dp1, df2 over dp2, and then this one is 0 lah, because your lambda 64,000 tolak 1,000 sekarang kosong kan. So next, that's why you dapat yang ni. Okay, so you put all the value, you do the partial derivations. Jangan tersilap ni. Oh ni last semester. Tak buat lah, confused ni. Okay, you have df1 over dp1, so you just do the partial derivation. This one, okay, df1 over dp1. This one is 8.25 plus 2 times 0.001627, 125. So it's dapat something. This one is p. You put p1 is 600. Berapa dapat? So you dapat data this one also, df2 over dp2. Okay, this one you do partial derivation, get 8.635 plus 2 times 0.002134 p2, and then you put p2 is 400. So that's why if you put that answer, you can get 1025. This one, this value 10.020255. 10.20255 and 2.3422. Your lambda, do lambda is 0. Okay, next you've built the Hessian matrix. Okay, remember the Hessian matrix? And in that you do the partial second order of derivation. Okay, second order for derivation. So since we have two generators plus one lambda, so meaning that this one is the example of this one is because we have three generators. That's why you get the matrix, Hexagon matrix 4x4. So suppose for the, because we have two generators, so you have 2 by 2. Okay, I have 3 by 3. So your Hessian matrix, second order derivation. So you get the value, you dapat ni kan, ni darab dengan ni je. So you dapat this value lah. So I just give you the answer. Okay, 0.00324, this one 0.004268, because this one is 0, and then the rest is minus 1, minus 1. Then you use your calculator, do the inversion, you get this value. Okay. Next, you can get directly your, once you get the inversion, remember we have minus there, delta x, Hessian matrix inverse times the do of a delta Lagrange function. So you find a new matrix, x previous plus delta x. So that's why you get the answer. This one is your delta x. So this one delta P1, delta P2, and then this one is a lambda. And then because x new because your old value plus the delta x, so you get 618.5649, and then your P2 is 381.4351. These two kalau you tambah, if you add, supposed to be 1000 lah, because your load is 1000. Okay. So this one is your lambda. Then you find your cost. You do the cost calculation, you just put these two value into the cost function, you get 10,255.28 ringgit per megawatt hour, ringgit per hour. What happened when you give this, okay, tu soalan yang ni, this is the first question. Okay, so this one you get your P1 something tadi, 618 dia, 618,549. And then your P2 is 3814351. Okay, 14351. Okay, so you get P1 and P2. These two value you put back into the function, the cost function, you get your cost. So cost, you may check. So you get this one is 10,25528. 10,25528. Okay, ringgit per hour. So this is the question number 1. Question number 2, how much cost saving if the load is equally assigned? So meaning that is your P1 and P2 is equally assigned. So we have 1,000 load, meaning that is 1,000 times divided by 2. So both produce 500 megawatts. So these two value, this value you put into these two equations, so you can get the cost. Okay, so the cost is 10,308.16. So the saving, you just deduct this two value, saving. Okay, this is the cost saving, 52 ringgit, 0.87. Okay, 52 ringgit. Minus meaning that is a saving, or something per hour. Okay, because when we equally assign, you get 10,308, but when you do the using the Newton, you get 10,255. This one save per hour, so it's 52 ringgit per hour is quite high. Okay, so any question for this question? For this example? Soalan?
Okay, sir.
Okay, tak ada. Tengok soalan seterusnya lah. Okay. Soalan seterusnya dia interrelated. In order to alleviate the burden of load demand in Bandar Gurukul, one additional generator is needed. Based on the characteristic of generation Q1B, design the best generation system. Okay, so yang ini apa macam ni buat? Ada idea? Design the best generation system. Design the best generation system. Tengok yang ni, ayat ni. I.e. you need to add one more, whether it is coal-fired or oil-fired steam generations, to be installed to obtain the optimal operation of generation to meet the demand is 1450 megawatts. So the real power loss, so yang ni kita consider loss pula. Tadi tak ada consider loss kan? The real power loss with generation expressed in megawatt is given by this equation. Yang ni pun saya tukar juga. Saya malas lah sebab biasa student silap. Biasa saya buat dalam per unit. So that's why you kena berhati-hati. Okay, be careful. Tengok soalan. Mungkin saya tukar jadi per unit. Kan? So yang ini pun kalau salah, salah semuanya lah. P loss 0.001 P1 square. Yang ini kadang-kadang there is some I don't know, ada some semester tu saya tengok student biasa salah because I give in per unit. Then for that particular semester I change to megawatt. Student tu pula salah, dia pergi tukar lagi sekali dalam megawatt. So dah jadi pening. So baca soalan betul-betul. Yang ini P loss dalam megawatt, bukan dalam per unit. If in per unit, you need to change from per unit to megawatts. Okay. You may start with the initial estimation lambda equal to 10 ringgit per megawatt hour and calculation is made until third iterations. Okay, so this one is like a hadis sadat, example in hadis sadat. So ada idea macam mana buat? If you soalan ni nampak macam susah kan? Sebab soalan ni saya bagi start dari tahun 2016, 2017 ramai salah. Bukan saya rasa seorang je betul. 2018 pun sama, 2 semester lalas saya kena discard dalam kelas baru okey. Okay, any question? Any suggestion? Any idea how to do it? Class? Senyap je ni. Hello, anybody home? Ada orang tak ni?
Ada, sir.
Macam mana nak buat?
Tak ada idea.
Tak ada idea, you fikir lah. Boleh? Soalan final dia keluar ni. Maksudnya apa sekarang ni? Soalan ni nak. Your demand is changed, demand is increased. Instead of 1,000, now change to 1,450. So you kena bagi satu additional coal, meaning that you have F1, F2 and another. This one whether you use F1 atau F2. Faham tak? F1 ni soalan ni. This one lah, F1. F2 this one. So F3 sama ada F1 atau F2 lah. So maksud dia you kena buat dua-dua sekali. Okay, this is the function. This one is F1, this one is F2. Kalau you masukkan call sama dengan F1 kan? A, B, C. Saya buat ABC lah, jangan dia sebenarnya alpha, beta, lambda. So saya buat ABC, saya dah biasa guna ABC, tak masalah. So C2 is oil, so yang ni is coal. This is a loss function. And then start lambda with 8. So you start dengan lambda 8 lah. 10 lah. Okay. So you need to start with, let's say we use F1 first. This one lah, F1. So you start lambda with 10. So P1 berapa? 10 minus beta divided by, ada equation ni kan? Equation dekat bawah ni. Ni, kena pakai yang ni ya. Lambda minus beta I divided by 2 gamma I plus lambda times B I B, beta I ni loss kan? Betul tak? Saya tak ingat. Cek jawapan. C11. Yeah, loss. Okay. Ni bukan beta ni, untuk B ni. Tapi tak apalah. Rasa kalau dalam nota pakai beta lah. Nota pakai beta ke?
B sir, B.
B eh? Oh, saya kena betulkan lah. Ni yang biasa. Dimension losses. B. So contoh dia B, bukan beta, B. B eh. Oh salah, kena tekan balik lah. So sudah tak nak tanya pun soalan ni. So dia dah BII. Okay, so you get P1, P2, P3. Once you dapat P1, P2, P3, you calculate your loss. Right. Next, you calculate your delta P, and then you calculate your Jacobian, and then you get your delta lambda, and then for the next iteration you get 11. Buat lagi sekali, P1, P2, P3 sampai 3 iteration. So dapat cost, dah dapat semua ni sampai 3 iteration. Kira cost. Ini guna coal additional. And next, kita pakai oil pula. So cost 1, coal, oil. So sama juga, masukkan value. Kita pakai Excel senang lah. So dapat PL berapa. So ni yang panjang ni, sudah kena buat banyak. Dan kat sini best, student tend to make mistake. Okay, so dapat data lambda, so do until third iteration. Then you calculate cost. So you tengok mana yang paling kecil. This one minus this one is minus. So meaning that choose additional coal fired generator. So that's why I call it design lah, soalan design. So this question basically the answer is we use additional coal to Bandar Gurukul in order to alleviate the loads. Okay. Pak jangan lupa check sama ada kena pegi ke tak. Saya rasa semua okey kot. Kalau tak saya salah. Kat situ je lah, kalau saya nak treat pun kat situ lah. Pegging kat situ, tak pegging. Check balik ni 525. Ni 600. Okay, 525. Okay. Masalah. Okay. Okay, that is an example of the question for economic dispatch. So ini pun soalan kita macam revision juga lah. That's why saya kata hari ni ada kelas tak akhir lah. So any question from this example? Kelas ada soalan?
Boleh sir.
Okey, kalau tak ada kita tengok contoh soalan yang seterusnya. Ni kalau diperhatikan soalan ni memang biasa keluar lah. Ni macam soalan kuis kan, itu saya dah discuss kot. Tapi soalan ni banyak ni. Soalan ni banyak. So my suggestion is you do the assignment tu lah. Okay, dia ada banyak saya boleh buat. So ni macam soalan quiz dan test itu. Test belum buat lagi. Macam quiz. Okay, this is and then timeline control. And then ada satu soalan lagi. Yang ni ada dalam assignment. You cuba buat. Dia pun saya dah discuss dalam kelas itu. Timeline. Soalan ni grammar sebenarnya. Kalau kat UTM biasa keluar. Saya dah contoh soalan UTM. Biasa keluar. Stiffness. Okay, saya ada soalan UTM. So, tapi saya tak pernah mengajar. You tahu tak, saya tak pernah mengajar subjek ni. Saya tidak pernah belajar subjek ni. Saya mengajar. I never learn this subject officially because my degree is electronics. My master power. So basically this one I learn by myself. Okay, this subject I learn by myself. And then final question, normally ada soalan derivation dan transformer type setting ni. Yang ni macam contoh saya tunjuk itu lah. So I think you can expect what type of question will be appear in your final exam. Okay, ada soalan? Kalau you perhatikan, you can get the question right from the library bank. So most of the question quite soalan satu soalan dua ni memang lebih kurang sama. Sebab sebelum ni mungkin saya buat lain sikit. Sebab sebelum ni budak memang salah. Okay. Soalan 3 dengan 4 ni, soalan 4 ni boleh predict lah. Soalan 3 ni yang saya akan tukar-tukar sikit. Based on my suggestion, buat you do the assignment that I give just now. Kalau you buat tu, you boleh buat insyaAllah. Okay, any question class? I think that's all for today. We have discussed about as well as revision lah just now. So your test still maintain 31st. 2 questions. Real power control 1 question. Reactive power control 1 question. Boleh?
Boleh.
Ya?
Boleh sir.
Ada soalan lain lah? Kalau tak ada, please do the assignment. So minggu depan test, hari Khamis. So esok tak ada kelas, so kita dah habis lah kita punya syllabus. We have finish our syllabus. Soalan final tengok dah. Apa ni, final tengok dah jadual. Ada kelas tak?
Tak sir.
Okay lah, tak ada kelas
Tak ada.
Tak ada kelas.
Ada apa lah?
5 bulan 2.
Ha?
5 Februari.
5 hari bulan 2.
Ha.
Sekejap lah, 5 hari bulan 2.
Hari Selasa sir.
Bulan 2 lah
Bulan 2 ni.
Jumaat.
Jumaat.
Jumaat. 5 bulan 2. Jumaat.
Bulan 2 Jumaat, okay. Pukul berapa?
9 pagi.
9 pagi lah, okay. All the best lah. Berapa jam nanti pagi
Sampai 12.
3 jam Patutnya sejam setengah lah. Sebab saya buat 2 soalan. Tengok nanti macam mana. Sebab benda ni is answer to quiz. Sometimes boleh bertukar. Kalau bertukar memang jadi soalan bentuk macam tadi lah. Lebih kurang. Boleh? So all the best. Jaga diri baik-baik. Amalkan SOP. Okay. COVID makin kuat sekarang ni. So untuk projek kalau nak buat coding Newton X previous letak nilai apa? So letak nilai minimum atau maksimum, kan ada range dia punya nilai tu kan. So you letak nilai yang you suka pun tak apa. Boleh? So dia akan impact pada you punya next results tu. Boleh je dipakai nilai. Maknanya choose value yang within the range. Minimum dan maksimum. Okay, ada soalan lagi? Pasal projek?
Ada sir.
So test next week 50%, final, assignment settle lah. Projek pun settle lah. Projek bila kena hantar? Okay, boleh.
7 hari bulan.
7
Januari. Okay. Saya dah set up belum? Dah set up lah kan dalam kalam? Ada. Projek ada lah. Okay. All the best. Hopefully you all can get good grades for this class. Hopefully can enhance ataupun improve your CPA. Even though CPA is not it's not everything lah. Tapi it's better to have a good CPA lah. Because when the employer have, let's say you have 2 candidates, dua-dua bagus, dua-dua nak pilih dua-dua in terms of skill, kalau dia dah buat interview semua okey, tapi yang decider tu kan tengok yang mana ni ambil dua-dua, tapi nak ambil seorang je. So mungkin CPA tu yang akan beri contribution lah. Okay, but at the end of the day it's rezeki lah. Kalau you ada rezeki, you CPA bawah 3 pun boleh dapat kerja, tak ada masalah. Now it's COVID, right? So hopefully okay kot. So now they predict instead of 2 years, they predict 5 years pula sekarang ni. COVID akan berlarutan. Sebab dekat UK dah jumpa satu mutation. Bila mutation is very powerful, so the vaksin yang dia buat sekarang ni macam tak guna dah. Ikutlah macam mana. Okay. So apa yang kita libat, kita boleh jaga diri kita lah. So hopefully you all semua doing well, jaga kesihatan baik-baik. Okay. Nak balik kampung memang boleh. You memang kat kampung kan, saya memang macam mana, kena jaga diri baik-baik lah. Jaga penjarakan sosial semua. Basuh tangan. Okay. Jaga kebersihan. I think that's all for today. And then next week test hari Khamis pukul 8 lah. Saya buat pukul 8. Saya akan buat dekat kalam. Soalan saya post dekat WhatsApp. Cepat sikit. Boleh ya? Okay, tak ada soalan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much.
Assalam. Thank you, sir.
Terima kasih sir.
Thank you sir.